Welcome back to Wilderness Wanderers. In this week's video, Uni and I explore Oak Glen with its stunning fall colours. Here we go! Oak Glen is nestled in the foothills of the San Bernardino National Forest just above Yucaipa, and we begin our adventure at the Holy Honey Company. One of our absolute favourite places to stop on the way to Oak Glen is the Holy Honey store. These guys sell only raw honey. Some of it is flavoured, some of it is not, but it's never boiled, which is absolutely fabulous.
This is lemon caramel, they're honey caramels, and it has just the perfect balance of lemon and caramel. It's delightful.
They also have a great selection of bee and honey themed gifts. Make this your first stop on your way to apple picking. You will not regret it. Did you spend all of your money, Uni?
No, I actually only spent $23.
The staff at Holy Honey said for an authentic Oak Glen experience, we absolutely had to visit Law's right next door for genuine apple cider. How could we refuse?
What we have here is apple cider. We press it here at Rios Cider Mill. We're one of the few remaining apple cider mills here in Oak Glen. And what's inside of here is local apples, no added water, no added sugar, and we do it all in this building. And I will show you where we do that. Follow me. So all local apples, they're from our trees on our ranch, and they go into the apple cider that we make here at Rios Cider Mill. The apples go in here, they get cleaned off, they get toted up here. Once they get up here, they get turned into applesauce. And then it does go through a final filtration with a cheesecloth, but this is what all of the apples go through first. This is the actual press. This part comes up, squishes all that applesauce, the juice goes up, goes into the next room, sits in an oak barrel for 2 days.
How long you reckon between that apple dropping and the basket till it gets in the barrel?
Just a few minutes. It only takes a few minutes, and in fact, from the time that apple was on a tree, it was just a few days ago. And so what you're drinking was actually on a tree within 2 to 4 to 5 days ago. That's where the apples go in.
Okay, so they go in here. Oh,
And
look,
it's
they're
just
rolling.
gravity fed. The more apples I put in, kind of faster they go. It brushes off all the natural dust and things in the air. And then if it's too small, it'll fall through that hole. That goes in the apple cider too.
Okay.
And the rest of these get toted down, and most of these look like they're going to be medium large. And then the machine is set for different heights.
Set to different heights. That is so cool. A massive thank you to Tara and Laws for such a great tour. Once we left here, we headed further up Oak Glen Road to Los Rios Ranch and the Wildlands Conservancy Botanic Gardens. This is where we're going to do apple picking. Uni is off to check out what's on the barbecue menu. Let's go have a look. We don't actually eat much meat, so we decided against this, although it looked amazing. We had a quick snack under the shade of this tree and headed off to pick apples. Or so we thought. How far does the ride go?
It's about a 15-minute ride, just on the south side of the property.
So there's a petting zoo with all the goats, and they've got alpacas here. But we're not going to do that today, but you can. We're going to just do the apple picking today. Apple picking works like this. You're given a bag and a picker, and you only pay for what you pick. Once we were all set, we headed off to one of the many orchards. However, you can only pick where they send you.
We're gonna go pick apples.
Yes, we have our bags, we have our picker.
And we're gonna do this. I've never picked apples before.
I've done it a long time ago with the kids.
Let me tell you, friends, my life was better when my mask was on. Woo! It is ripe out here.
Apple picking season in Oak Glen is from Labor Day to Thanksgiving. The section where we were sent was picked clean, and we couldn't find any apples on any of the trees. It was late in the work week, and maybe they were keeping the untouched orchards for the weekend visitors. While at the ranch, you can also visit the Wildlands Conservancy Montane Botanic Gardens. There are beautiful areas to visit here, hikes and picnic spots. It's a wonderful destination for families with school-aged children or anyone wishing to experience this area in its natural state. They have a floating dock, and it is such a beautiful place. This footage is actually taken from a hike we did in the summer, and we'll put a link to that in the description below and also above. After leaving Los Rios and the Wildlands Conservancy, we headed up to the Oak Glen Schoolhouse, Museum and Park. Oak Glen is full of history, dating back to the settlers who first came up here and tried to grow all different types of crops. They did eventually latch onto the fact that apples grew very well up here. This is Oak Glen School, built in 1927, and it was once part of the C.J. Blackie Wilshire Ranch. Let's go take a look. So I think they have a lot of artifacts in here that don't necessarily relate to the schoolhouse, but are possibly from that time period. How old do I feel that we actually had desks like this? If you went to Stockport Convent, I can guarantee you sat in a desk like this.
This school, so it's part-time, open noon to 4, right now Wednesday through Sunday. And you can come in, take pictures, sit at the desk, look around.
How wonderful.
This was a one-room school for the kids in Oak Glen. It did not close as a school till 1965 and was kindergarten to 8th grade, all in this room. Before this school was built, there was a wooden structure. It's in that photo over there.
Wow.
It was built on skids. It could be dragged around Oak Glen. And then in 1927, the parents got together, said, no, we need a permanent school building. And then this was built.
Oh, it's very Little House on the Prairie, isn't it?
Very much.
We met these two awesome guys. What are your names?
Abraham, Otto.
What great names. So you guys are homeschooled, right?
I'm in fourth.
You're in 4th grade, and what grade are you in, Otto?
First.
Do you think you would have liked to have gone to school right in a place like this?
I think I'd rather have the school because it was desk and insane.
This is what the original wooden schoolhouse would have looked like. It was on sliders, and they would move it around Oak Glen. How crazy is that? This is not just the school. This is actually an entire park. As you can see, they have a dog park, picnic areas, and a large green area for kids to play and run. There is an exercise path around this park with equipment we just had to try. What am I supposed to do on this? I think this one might need oil. Oil can!
It's kind of like a hamster wheel. You go, you don't get any.
Toward the end of the loop, the trail becomes an interpretive section where you can learn about the native California plants. There is a brand new playground with a soft floor, and we enjoyed being kids again. Once we'd had our fun, we headed to Oak Tree Mountain. This is a third-generation business in Oak Glen, and they have been doing some incredible renovations. There are restaurants, chocolatiers, a creamery, and more. We enjoyed the boutiques and the petting zoo. Sadly, the line for Apple Annie's was over an hour wait, so we didn't get to sample their world-famous deep dish apple pies, but we hear they're amazing. Well, you're beautiful. Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Hi. There's a gourmet hot dog place here, and there's also, I don't know if this is like a children's play area, but it's got all these great inspirational signs here, which are just beautiful to look at as well. Come on, what a great thing to hang in a tree. And then over here at the weekend, you can come axe throwing. Barbecue is served here at the Twisted Oak at the weekends. We headed to the petting zoo, but first, Uni has a story.
On my way to school, there was a gentleman walking 2 goats on leashes down my street.
The animal park was quite small, and the petting zoo had a couple of goats and some pigs. You cannot pet these lovely deer. We believe they're working hard to expand this area, and so far they're doing a fabulous job. You could spend an entire morning or afternoon exploring all Oak Mountain has to offer, and it's free. Our final stop was Wilshire's Apple Shed for lunch. They have a quaint store here and fabulous coffee and pizza, and we discovered a hidden gem of Oak Glen. Now, we're actually here for lunch and we're going to have pizza, but this kind gentleman owns the Oak Glen Humidor Tobacconist, and he's going to tell us a bit about it.
Yes, my name is Eric Drazen. My wife and I started this company about 2 years ago, and we are housing a humidor and cigar company within a 1913 train car. So let's go and take a look. So here's where our humidor is. It is climate and humidity controlled, so we keep it at about 65 to 70%. We have a vast selection of cigars. So you have heritage brands, which are bigger names, and then boutique blends that are really high quality and smaller batches, and that's primarily what we specialize in. This is an example of something very rare on the boutique side. This is a 10-pack called the Pravada Ghost. We are one of 13 shops in the entire United States that were approved to get this very limited pack. You can kind of see the label right here, number 660 of 1,000, only 1,000 made into production. We specialize for very rare cigars and being able to offer them to locals as well as online. We have a website as well. So these are our house blends made in Nicaragua for our shop. We have a lighter Connecticut, which is our Ash Cat. Our Iron Horse is somewhere in the medium. It's a Corojo seed. And then the Night Owl, which is a San Andres Maduro.
So these are specifically made just for your shop? Mm-hmm. Wow. Now, don't you have like a cigar club that they get things every month?
We do. We have a subscription, a monthly subscription where you get a 5-pack of a single blend of something very rare, something very sought after, delivered to your door or pick up in shop. And then on Instagram or on social media, we smoke it together for the first time, and then you age the rest in your humidor.
Where would they go if they wanted to join this club?
You can go to our website, which is oakglentobacconist.com. Also on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and we have a mailing list as well.
They serve Wild Goose coffee here, which is from our hometown. Today, though, we sampled the ginger fizz, which was delightful. For lunch, we shared quiche, pizza, and of course, apple pie. We hope you enjoyed our day out in Oak Glen. It is a very popular place to visit in the fall, but they have something for everyone year-round. Next week, we visit what is said to be the most haunted campground in San Diego. Ooh. Until then, we'll see you on the trail.